50 kilometers from luxury beach resorts, there's an island you'll never visit. North Sentinel Island sits in the Bay of Bengal, a mere speck of land, barely larger than Manhattan's Central Park. Yet this 60-square-kilometer island operates under perhaps the world's most absolute travel ban. No tourists, no researchers, no government officials. The Indian Navy patrols its waters with orders to turn away anyone who approaches within 3 nautical miles. The reason is both simple and profound. The Sentinelese people have called this island home for an estimated 60,000 years, making them one of the last uncontacted indigenous groups on Earth. Their population, believed to number between 50 and 150 individuals, has chosen isolation, and India has chosen to honor that choice through law. The Andaman and Nicobar Islands Protection of Aboriginal Tribes Act makes any unauthorized contact with the Sentinelese a criminal offense, punishable by up to 3 years in prison. This isn't merely bureaucratic protection, it's a recognition of biological reality. The Sentinelese have no immunity to common diseases that the outside world carries as routine infections. A single flu virus could devastate their entire population within weeks. But this legal fortress around North Sentinel Island reveals a striking paradox of modern sovereignty. In 2025, when satellite imagery maps every meter of Earth's surface, and international law governs even the remotest territories, can a nation legally declare part of itself permanently off-limits to the world? India's answer is unequivocal: yes. The policy has been tested repeatedly. In 2006, 2 fishermen accidentally drifted into Sentinelese waters and were killed. In 2018, American missionary John Allen Chau illegally hired fishermen to take him to the island, believing he could convert the Sentinelese to Christianity. He was killed on the beach. His body never recovered. Each incident reignites global debate about contact, sovereignty, and the ethics of isolation. These aren't abstract philosophical questions. Climate change is reshaping the Bay of Bengal's coastlines, while migration pressures across South Asia intensify. The Andaman Islands, sitting at the crossroads of major shipping routes between India and Southeast Asia, face growing strategic importance. Yet North Sentinel remains deliberately unmapped in detail. Its interior, unknown to satellite surveys, its people's exact numbers uncounted by any census. The island forces us to confront an uncomfortable truth about our connected world. We've normalized the idea that every place should be accessible, every culture documentable, every territory integrated into global systems. North Sentinel challenges this assumption. Here, the right to remain unknown isn't just respected, it's legally protected. Other isolated communities worldwide face different pressures. In Brazil, uncontacted Amazonian tribes deal with illegal logging and mining. In Papua New Guinea, remote highland communities navigate sudden contact with the outside world. But North Sentinel represents something unique, a successful, long-term commitment to institutional isolation backed by modern state power. The Indian government's position reflects hard-learned lessons from colonial history. British contact with other Andaman tribes in the 19th century brought devastating population collapse through disease and forced assimilation. Today's exclusion zone attempts to prevent that history from repeating. Yet questions persist about the sustainability of absolute isolation. What happens when sea levels rise? How long can any community remain completely separate in an era of global communication networks and satellite surveillance? The Sentinelese themselves cannot answer these questions for the outside world, And perhaps that's precisely the point. In the silence surrounding North Sentinel Island, we discover that some human geographies remain deliberately unexplored. The island reminds us that in our rush to map, connect, and integrate the world, the freedom to remain unmapped might be the most precious geographic right of all.